My first impression for the song Days Gone by Day6 was not the strongest impression from any Day6 song, but as I listened to the song a little bit more and actually dug into the lyrics to actually read some translated lyrics of the song, that was when I kind of got a more full and complete appreciation for the song. So in this video, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more and just kind of talk about maybe the importance of, the lyrics to songs that me as an English speaker don't exactly get every single time that I listen to a K-pop song. What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back to another one of my second look videos or a further review or whatever it was. I've done these videos in the past, but it's been a while since I last actually did one of these videos, but we're going to be bringing them back on a more consistent basis now going into the future. And so, of course, these videos are a bit of a follow-up to my first impression, reaction / review videos that I made for this song. And like I just said in the intro bit, this song from Day6 didn't really leave the strongest impression on me. Of all of the songs that they've ever released as a group, this one kind of lacked that emotional punch and connection that a lot of the other songs do, that they do have, and that I actually can pick up on just by listening to the song. And all of that being said, like, it was a little bit disappointing in that regard, but I still really enjoyed the song just for the fact of the retro vibe, the look of the music video, and of course the sound of the song. All of it was really well done. And even though I think that, or I thought at the time that emotionally wasn't the most impactful song that Day6 had ever released, I still really enjoyed it, but I just personally didn't connect with it as much as I had in the past. But like I said before we, did the little cut, which there might be an actual like intro video thing in future iterations of this series. But as I looked into the lyrics, this is one of those songs that kind of goes to show that the language barrier for me personally as an English speaker listening to Korean music is potentially and oftentimes is actually a little bit of a hindrance to getting a true and real appreciation of a song. And the reason for that is because the context and a lot of the reason for the way that this song feels and the way that it looks and, the concept of the song and the genre of it and all of that kind of stuff really does revolve around the lyrical content of the song. And of course, me as someone who doesn't speak English, me as somebody who doesn't speak Korean, because I do speak English, that's what I'm doing right now, but me as somebody who doesn't speak Korean, I wouldn't pick up on that as I first listened to the song. And, to be completely honest, when I listen to foreign music, whatever language it is in, the lyrical content of the songs isn't really the most important thing to me, because if I'm listening to it in my car after the fact, after I look up translated lyrics, it really doesn't do me very much good. But in instances like this, it's very much useful. And so as I looked into the lyrics, then my appreciation and kind of like my understanding of the song changed. I gained a deeper understanding exactly of what the song was supposed to be, what the story was, what the underlying emotion of the song was supposed to be. And then with that context, or with that added context, now I kind of have a much greater appreciation, much greater enjoyment out of listening to the song to a certain extent, or I just should say that, just from the fact that I kind of know more about this song, then I really do, understand it. So after reading the lyrics, I kind of got the feeling, which a lot of people in the comments are actually pointing out to me, and, of course I went and I read for myself and kind of found out through reading the context or through the lyrics for myself. But, the song is really very much about reminiscing about, happy times in the past. And obviously, as a lot of Day6 songs kind of revolve around, a relationship, guy and a girl in a relationship, they had a good time, and maybe they broke up, maybe they didn't. The story is, somewhat different every single time. And the progression of that is changes, but very frequently Day6 kind of makes songs about relationships. And, like I said, this song is no different. So it kind of has a feeling about, a little bit of reminiscing or remembering or just, I guess, longing or wanting, the times of the past, because they felt good. They were good moments of your life, and thinking about them, reflecting on those always kind of makes you feel good, or maybe that makes you feel a little sad too at the same time. So you kind of get a little bit of the mix of those feelings. So I really like that. And obviously, like I said, all of that stuff plays into just about every single aspect of this release, from the whole concept being a retro, 80s-ish, whatever synth rock, whatever genre specifically that you want to call it, with that being the concept of the music video and the genre of the music, to the emotional feel of the song, which, like I said before, when I first listened to it, and as I kind of like listened to it a couple more times, I kind of characterized it as a little bit, lifeless and empty. But, the more that I think about it, and, as I read the lyrics, the reason that I think that, it kind of is characterized as, empty and lifeless is, like, when you think about it, and when I think about it, and I kind of reflected on myself, like, if I'm telling stories or, telling people about, man, like, those good days that I had when I was younger with this person, or, doing these things and all that kind of stuff, is like, they're not exactly, songs or moments or stories, or I don't have necessarily a tone that is like bursting with, very vivid emotion and feelings. They're not really like that. They're definitely something that is a little bit more, restrained and held back and subtle. Not to mention too, that a lot of times when you're reflecting on the past, or you're remembering the past, there's a little bit of sadness in there too. There's a little bit of, like longing, and that you want to, experience those experiences again. And, you're not there at that time. So, this is a song that's not necessarily something that is super, super happy. It's not like a super joyous song, but it's also not like a devastatingly sad song. So the emotion that you're feeling, or that the person of the song, or the songs, I should say specifically, is feeling, isn't something that is a particularly strong emotion. It's not one that is very, very strong to kind of pick up on. And so that, I think, is pretty effectively translated to the song, because, I kind of got it. I think that I kind of got a little bit of the feeling of the song, but, the true context of why the song felt like that was completely missed by me, because, of course, I didn't have the context of the lyrics and the story that was being told to kind of wrap my head around exactly what they were trying to do with this song. So all of that being said, looking at the lyrics now, I really do, of course, I've got a deeper and a different appreciation and understanding of this song than I did in the past when I first listened to it. And, that's good. It doesn't necessarily make this song any better or worse for me. It doesn't make it a song that I like more than other Day6 songs. But like I said, having a better understanding of a song is something that I always appreciate. I want to leave you guys with one more thing that I think is kind of interesting about this song too. And that if you kind of look at this song as if they're kind of telling a story, and about a, just a period of time in the past, doesn't matter how long it is, the context or the time period or anything like that. But if you listen to the song and the way that kind of flows, there are moments in the song that I think are actually kind of little like breaks in the story to kind of like signify, like, okay, so this was one part of the story, now we're moving to the next part of the story, and then after that, then we're moving to the next part of the story after that. And specifically, the two like really obvious moments that I would kind of characterize to be like maybe chapter breaks, so to speak, are the little solo synthesizer moments that come after the chorus. Specifically, like, there's actually a pause in the entire song, at various points of the song, which those I think are the moments that kind of signify a break in the story and like moving to another chapter in the story. Kind of interesting that, I think that maybe that's a thing. I don't specifically know, but that is definitely something that was on my mind as I kind of listened to the song a little bit more, with the lyrics kind of, more fresh in my mind, or, right in front of my face as I was listening to it. So those are my thoughts. Those are my, second look, my deeper thoughts. I don't specifically know what we're going to call this series going forward, but if you have any ideas, of course, let me know in the comments. And of course, now that the song's been out for a while, share your, deeper and further thoughts on this song. Also, I'll be very much interested in hearing what you guys have got to say. And if you got any suggestions for songs potentially that you want me to like take a look at that I have already or that I haven't looked at, might be a good candidate for this series, then definitely leave them in the comments below. So that's it for this video, guys. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.